So everyone, I'm in Tampa right now, and it's been a while since I've uploaded, but I had this idea of the environment is not everything. I used to preach about where you are reflects who you are as an individual, and that's very true. But it is your mind that is your fortress. And what I mean by that is it is so easy to be in a new place and proclaim yourself as a new person. You have that confident charisma when talking to girls on vacation or walking around with more step because you are unknown and you are a new blank. That is the perks of going into a new environment, definitely one that reflects your true self, because you can say to yourself that this is a blank slate. I can become a new version of myself that is not refined by my previous interactions with society. You know, I'm right down in Florida, and yeah, I have some friends down here, I have some family, and it's like, I can be myself. I can be a true version of myself. But I was reminded today that it's still easy to be disappointed, to fail to habits, to things like that, and come into mind that it is truly just up in here. Because if you believe something, then it is true. I've said that a million times, that you can go off in life and get anything done by the belief that you can do it. Like hell, I'm in fucking Florida right now. That's fucking wild. You know, I'm swearing a lot. But it is this idea of your environment can change so much. You can have a humid climate or a cold one, and maybe it needs to reflect your area of life, but truly it is up here. Because if you think to yourself, all right, I want to be an entrepreneur, it changes up here to, all right, I'm going to go work on my business every single day. I'm going to do what it takes to get that done. I'm going to beat my bad habits by making the decision to stop up here. To be content, to be happy, to be focused is up here in your mind. Because your world or / your work, which as men, our world is our purpose, and we should work towards our purpose by giving our gift, so forth, by whatever you do to achieve that, should be like a box. You can go into this box at any moment and reflect who you are in your mind as an individual. And then when you exit that box of that state of deep work, so for me, I'll record my videos, which I can do anywhere. I'll write my scripts, edit my videos, build my course. Again, things I can do on a laptop in a dark room. That doesn't matter if I'm in Washington or Florida. I can just get it done. I can reflect and meditate and journal and become the best version of myself in here. Your environment is only materialism. I love Florida because it's this nightlife, it's the fast cars, it's the highways, it's all these, beautiful women and things like that. The gyms are amazing. I want to permanently be down here. But I was so caught up in this life, this environment that I was caught up in, and I thought to myself, am I even the man up here anymore? I'm being dragged around by my friends, enjoying myself, talking to girls, all that. And then I thought, I need to be put back in the box. Because when I was in that ring, I was punching hard. And when you're not inside of that metaphorical box of purpose, of deep work, sure, you could relax, but next time you're in the ring, without any conditioning, without any training, you're only going to get knocked out. AKA not get your work done. When you beat that person in your metaphorical boxing ring, you win and you make progress. So when you're not in the ring, you have to have, I suppose, environment / living a certain way. Inside of my metaphorical box where I start to journal and think who I want to be, it's the super charismatic guy that is peaceful, that is content in his mind. So to double down on that, I go outside and I talk to people. I socialize. I change that environment. But this is a reflection today just to say to yourself that change starts here. Because it's so easy to move states, to move countries, to change your friend groups and still end up being the same person. It's just a different place. And your idiot friends are different faces and names. And that is disappointing, because hopefully you have a day where you sit back in your room with the lights off and you think, What have I done to progress in my purpose, my reason to live? Have I been in the ring working towards my progress? Or have I been slacking off of my training? Which one is it? So I want you to go out there and ask some questions of what your environment is actually improving in your life. Not this stuff that's around you, like that's important, that's what you should write down, but also how are you living in that environment and how you want to change up here. Because you should be content up here. This is where change happens. So you have to be grounded in that over and over again. And I had this point and I forgot because I see a dude walking in the parking lot. But once you master your mind, you master, all right, I'm Maxwell. I'm this guy who's X, Y, and Z, and my dream life is here in Florida. But are you living that dream life as your dream character, or are you just being the same degenerate, but swapping places in a different area so you can enjoy more? Florida has beaches and hot weather and pretty girls. But if I don't stay the same up here / change for the better, I'm going to be the same dickhead that I was when I was in a different state. So you need to ground yourself in who you are up here. Just to finish off this video before my phone died, I wanted to say one last thing. Just to refine the point, is true change comes up here. Your environment is materialistic, and you can be the same degenerate that you were in your starting base, your hometown. Yes, environment is important because some things truly matter. Maybe you have a family that abuses you or pushes you down and you need to get away from them. But when you move and when you change your environment, remember to continue to improve and refine yourself and stay true to your purpose. Because it's easy to come down here to a nice place and completely forget who you are. And you'll ruin this perfect opportunity to have a blank slate and be the superior man that you're meant to be. So go out there, read the books, Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. They'll teach you everything you need to know about mastering your mind. Like and subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you on the next video.